like professionals to you? We're the only real professionals in all of damn America tonight!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week and another episode of the Leong and Leong's The Professional Wrestling Podcast.
Woo.
Yahoo! Yahoo! We may be joined by a special guest any second now, and I can't emphasize enough. The special guest. It's a special guest, Katie.
Lawson and I are dropping a mixtape, and it's called MC Sleepy Pants, featuring
wanted to be known that
Susie bitch. That's the thing.
If this person being late is not this person's fault, really, it's definitely my fault.
Actually, me and him were sitting here like, Lawson, are you okay? Did you fall down the laundry room stairs again? What's happening?
I had everything set up to record 20 minutes ahead of our recording time. And I was like, you know what, Lawson? Why don't you go sit down and listen to some ASMR for 20 minutes? You've earned it, buddy. And
ASMR, that's sleepy juice.
I know. But I sometimes just do it to relax.
I get it.
So I was just like...
Because you and I are mentally chill, I get it. It's okay. I took a pill like a grown-up.
That's true. I don't... you know what, Katie? I don't go to therapy. I tell people to go to therapy that I don't go.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'll just say this.
Yes.
I am pro-therapy. But also, I am fully aware what a full-on pain in the dick it is to get a single appointment in this city.
Yeah.
I should know! They all went on vacation, and I've been like, I need someone to talk to. But I guess it's all gonna come out today on my wrestling podcast. Let's fucking go. Little Snoozy, drop that beat. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Lawson,
yes.
we still love you.
Thank you, Katie. I told Katie before the show how embarrassed I felt to have dozed off right as the show was recorded.
Lawson, you have a little bit of the traditional podcast amnesia brain. And you only came into my run of Ballin' Out Super on the tail end, but Alex Patak will be very apt to let you know what a sleepy bitch I am. What a massively tired person at all times. It's totally fine.
Yeah. Word. But Katie Rose, did you know, now I had a good reason for being so tired. I didn't really. That's part of it.
What is
it?
I
didn't. I couldn't stop listening to this new Rick Astley song. I texted Katie about this.
Did this drop today?
Like this week. He dropped it this week. Rick Astley dropped a new song, and I can't tell. Like I don't know how aware Rick Astley. Like I don't know how self-aware Rick Astley is, but
I think he's self-aware.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I think money is tight for everybody.
Yeah.
The richest 2%, they got it all, and even Rick Astley's like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
I really think that's what it is, man. Like,
word. Yeah, so because it has Never Gonna in the title. And
and also, like, what, that white guy, Young Gravy or whatever, dropped that track last summer with just that song in it. I think he's like, it's time to get mine.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, in the, he does the thing where, like, Rick Astley leaves a comment on the video, and he, like, pins it to the top where he talks about him and his wife filming this on just, like, his wife's camera phone in the woods. And it's like, they didn't hire a production team, where it was just him with a camera phone walking around the woods being like, man, I'm old now. It's like basically the point of the song. Cabot's the best of most people. So good on him. Well, I just want to share that tidbit because I thought it was, the fact that Rick Astley dropped a new song in 2023 just tickles me in the most specific of ways, so I had to share that.
Honestly, anything's possible at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by anything anymore in the sense that I'm just like, well, why not? At this point.
Yeah.
Ooh. Excuse me.
Spicy. So it appears that my sleepy bitchness has cost us the guest this week, Katie. As our good friend is a family man and has lost his room to his daughter now because I was late. So that's on me.
That's on you.
He will not be joining us this week.
I'm gonna put this out here. The guest was Benel, and I don't think he's terribly hard for us to get.
He said,
don't mean to brag.
Yeah, I did introduce him up top as a potential special guest. But to go to Katie's point, he said, I'll join, but actually, let me just quote him here. I'll hop on whenever you guys want next time. So yeah, he's not especially difficult to book.
Yeah. I'm not.
Huge loss for the show this week.
It's fine.
But Katie Rose, if only something interesting would happen in the world of wrestling. Oh wait, CM Punk got fired.
Oh, it's so good to be right all the time. Every time I lose faith that I know something. Wrestling, as we've established, I'm a total mark. But it's so good to see a shitty person be shitty and be like, I'm pretty sure this guy sucks. And then they lose their job.
It's finally happened.
Even Kevin Nash on his podcast was like, that man needs medical help. Do you know how fucked you gotta be for Kevin Nash to be like, that boy needs medical attention?
That boy ain't right. I was just talking about Kevin Nash, or I think it was while we were watching All Out with a couple of friends. I used to really hate Kevin Nash, and I've softened on him because he's gone through a lot. So it's hard to hate him now.
He's not my favorite dude, but I'm just making the point that if Kevin Nash is like, you need mental help, I'm like, well,
that's a very dark pot. Talking to your kettle.
For the people out of the loop, so we talked about this a little last week, and like all I knew is like him and Jungle Boy got into a fight backstage.
Yes.
Turns out he fought Jungle Boy. He fought like a PA and a cameraman. He swung at Tony Khan, the millionaire who owns the company,
the prince
and
himself.
Gave him his own TV show.
He attacked the prince himself.
And I want to make a point about all this. I love the shit on CM Punk. I'm glad to see him go. I hope someone else's uses In Living Color as a track just because they're a fabulous band. But whatever. Put that all to the side. You know who's the GOAT? Who's a modern time, like, talent for the ages? Samoa motherfucking Joe.
Yeah.
Because CM Punk is swinging at his boss and the catering table and ripping people's tracks out or whatever shit fit narcissist's meltdown he's having. And Samoa Joe's like, we gotta go on TV, so I need you to relax. And then they do a great match, because as you remember last week, I was like, wow, I actually really liked that match, and I didn't want to like it.
Yeah.
So Samoa Joe, I don't know. Give that man like a cake or some flowers.
Well,
give him a nice Bath and Body Works spa day. Like, that man is the MVP.
He's
like,
earned
truly.
It. Yeah. I think, to your point, Kate, I think what he's earned is a main event world title program coming up soon. Mm-hmm. As we saw at the All Out show itself. It seems like they're building that.
And also... Okay, not to be like conspiracy theory wrestle Twitter about this whole thing. Please. But as soon as CM Punk got the fucking boot, all of a sudden our show got a lot better.
Yeah, it seems like we're a lot more focused now, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like we're not distracted anymore? Doesn't it just feel like we know what we're doing?
Bryan Danielson's back in the mix. We got Ricky Starks being respected. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I was just like, oh, this pay-per-view I was kind of phoning it in on just suddenly got a little better.
You know, so just to break it down for the listeners, we're recording this on a Wednesday before Dynamite.
Yeah.
You know who's gonna have a big promo on this Wednesday here show? A man who we love and we love to hear from. One of the biggest stars, homegrown stars of this fucking company, who hadn't had a singles match since fucking March before now. Man.
I hate to be, like, I hate how, like, I was, when we started this, I'm like, I'm not gonna do backstage shit.
Let's do it,
I'm
Katie.
not gonna do
Fuck
this.
it.
Here's the thing. It just proves my point that the whole time he was being suppressed is because CM Punk has, like, a weird, like, teenage girl level narcissism thing. He was so threatened by a blonde cowboy that he tanked his whole career, and then as soon as he's gone, he's like, by the way, it's actually Adam Page's show.
By the way, remember this guy? Yeah, now we can focus on other things instead of keeping Mr. Punk happy at all fucking corners of the earth, for the love of God.
What a baby. He was given everything, and it just proves my point that despite us both admitting that we don't go to therapy when we should be up top, mental health is so important.
Hey, you know what though? If
truly needs some mood stabilizers.
If
like,
I was a millionaire, I'd buy me and Katie both therapy. If I was a millionaire, that's part of the reason I don't go.
If you win the belt, they should just, immediately send you to therapy. They're like, here, congratulations, you're the champ. Here's some Wellbutrin or whatever the fuck. Some lithium.
Yeah.
I'm worried about his girlfriend, man. If he's like that backstage, imagine what she has to put up on a regular basis. Free her.
That's his
dog.
wife. That's his wife, Katie.
Wife. I'm sorry.
I know. It almost makes it more worse.
It's worse. It's worse.
I thought AJ would like reel him in a little bit, but goddamn, bro, the man stays
cult of personality,
unhinged. I just have never seen a wrestler who was treated better, who had a red carpet rolled out for him more.
Well,
I have so much to complain about, like so many points.
The worst part about this is it taints the coolest thing about his career, which is the whole pipe bomb meltdown era.
Kinda, yeah.
Because it used to be the narrative, here's a guy who kept getting dicked over by WWE. If only they gave him a chance.
If only John Cena wasn't here.
And yeah, fuck John Cena. And he like took the company to task when nobody was else doing it. And then like in hindsight, like I'm not saying WWE is its own asshole. Like, you know, I clearly don't really respect them. But like at the end of the day, I think they were like dealing with backstage Punk, and they're all just like, nah. Like, I think they were just like, you know, get on meds, bro.
I almost, it's crazy. It's like, I never thought I'd say this, but maybe there was a good reason Vince never pushed CM Punk all the way.
That's
maybe he had a good reason.
And it's painful for me to say that.
It is.
Because I never side with Vince McMahon except when I'm doing funny imitations of him walking around in a neck brace.
Yeah, maybe. I thought I'd never say this ever again, but maybe Vince was right.
Maybe Vince
At least
was
about
right.
this. At least about this.
A rare instance where I'm like, all right, man, you're on. And like everyone knows Triple H is like an egomaniac too, but he at least knows to put talent over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that was part of Punk's narrative, was like, oh, Triple H doesn't like me, that's why I'm not the top guy. Oh, everything's about John Cena, and next is Roman Reigns, they're skipping over me, blah. And I'm not gonna lie, like, okay, besides, like,
he's
maybe...
not wrong.
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't wrong at the time, so we thought, but...
But then he went and made NXT, which, like, that early, like, that
Yeah.
There was an era of NXT that was like the greatest wrestling on television before AEW got it together.
That's true.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
It was. But that was
In my
kind of
opinion.
Hunter. I feel like that was like Hunter's, what do you call it? Like, it was just, that was part of Hunter's ego, was to make that promotion so good. His little, like, side hustle project.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
he made that promotion so good by putting mad talented people in there and letting them do their thing.
Right.
And it's like Punk was out there doing his thing. He could have, I don't know, like, all I'm saying is, like, maybe that narrative wasn't as straightforward as we thought it was if this man's backstage punching catering in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, apparently he had an issue with William Regal, which would also partially explain why Moxley had a problem with him. Because I used to think Moxley and him were boys, and then...
how on earth could you have a problem with William Regal? I guess
He
it
wasn't
must
even
go
there
back.
that long. Regal was only there for a year. I'm like, what?
But
what
they
could
were
have
in
happened?
WWE at the same time.
They were. They had a rivalry back then too.
So
But-
it must have started there. But I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know,
like,
it's weird.
William Regal seems like the kind of dude that if you're committed to the art of professional wrestling, then you have his respect.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Well-
And once again, I'm projecting, and I fully admit I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to say that every 10 minutes on this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. Don't come for me.
The more it's like the more.
I just hated CM Punk since his return, and it turns out I was right the whole time. Please clap for me.
I mean, the man was an iceberg of conflict, Kate. Like the more it just keeps getting unraveled. More people who he had a problem with. It's like
It was
apparently he had a
shocking.
problem with Jack Perry that goes back like a year, or goes back to Brawl Out. I guess Perry was on the elite side, which I'm not surprised about. But
Oh, because they made his career.
yeah, they put him over really hard. If you go back and watch Jack Perry feuding with the Young Bucks, lost to Jack Perry like a whole bunch. They lost to him like
Yeah.
on the regular. So
It's just nice in the world of 2023 where I feel like there is constant cruelty and greed around every corner and there's never justice. This one time someone got fired
Yeah.
for being a dick, and it's nice to see. For
And-
once.
the thing was,
Never happen again. Let me have it.
the thing is, Katie, I think her name was Megan from one of AEW's lawyers. You've seen her walking around with Tony Khan sometimes randomly.
Yeah.
From the law department or whatever. It was like her idea to put into Punk's new contract. Hey, if you ever fight anybody again, you're fired. That was in his contract. So Tony Khan had no choice, because I know Tony didn't want to do this. Tony Khan was in an unenviable position.
I'm not saying Tony's a hero.
No,
He's
well,
clearly a coward that cries in the mirror on a regular basis.
I think him and Punk were boys. I think he was friends with Phil. I think so.
I think Tony Khan is a huge dork who is a fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
And CM Punk was probably one of his favorite guys from back in the day. And this
Definitely.
was like, that's why he gave him the second chance in the first place and gave him
Definitely.
his own show. Because
Definitely.
he really wanted to keep him on. And honestly, I don't blame him. But when you're a boss and half of your employees have black eyes because one dude who can't do a go to sleep
He fucked it up.
is bitch slapping everyone 10 minutes before they're supposed to kick off the largest pay-per-view in the world. You just gotta nut up at that point.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah.
I've gotten fired for being late to work.
Yes.
I punched my boss.
Not one of them. Let alone three of them.
Not a single one.
Let
of
alone
them.
have your best friend there to bite, or there to punch two of your bosses, then have your friend bite the third one.
But
yeah.
anyway, he's gone now.
He's gone. Katie.
I can't wait for the unhinged social media posts.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the unhinged fans in denial in the crowd who like think it's a work or something.
Yeah.
Cry about it, bitch.
There was at All Out. There was a lady there, with I think you see her in the front row with the pink hair, as Ricky Steamboat came by to slap hands, because she said I think she said to Ricky Steamboat, "I love you." She's a big fan of his, but she's notably was a big fan of CM Punk, and she was very upset when Hangman won the Battle Royal, and was vehemently. She ignored Kenny Omega in his match with Takeshita. She was on her phone. We noticed that. And she was also not a fan of the Young Bucks.
She's that girl, too. I'm going to say something really mean, but sometimes you can just read the crazy on a woman from across the room. And I say that as a woman and someone who's had sex with women. I'm just saying that like,
listen,
you can see it, bro.
She made her choice. What can I say?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if, like... I'll just say this, Katie Rose.
What?
If it was me, if I was Tony Khan,
Yo.
because I was asked this, I was like, one of my friends was like, would you have let CM Punk get as far as he did if this was your company? And I gotta be honest, I probably would have. If I owned this company, I probably would have given him a second chance. I probably would have given him his own show too. And everybody would have hated me for this, but I probably would have done all the same shit Tony Khan did.
No, actually, as much as I dunk on it, I understand all the decisions made. He was a really big get. He has fans that are like, they're like Trump people in the sense that they will be blindly loyal to him no matter what he does. This man can start selling, like, jars of urine next week, and people will be like, he's the greatest wrestler of all time.
Delicioso.
Yeah.
Phil.
So, like, I actually do get the choices, even though I like to get vetch about them. But I also really respect that after he put a bunch of staffers, like, non-wrestlers, in harm's way, that he's like, enough's enough. Because it's like, wrestlers are all mentally ill. They're gonna fight each other and like crash each other's cars and stab each other and flash the revolver. You know, like that's just how that goes.
Yeah.
But if you're just like a guy handing out the audio headsets, that's not what you signed up for.
No,
like...
that's true. We should also know Jack Perry has been suspended indefinitely. So there's I hope to see Jack Perry back though. Honestly,
he will, and I think they can spin it into a fucking work, honestly.
One of my friends is like, I hope Jack Perry comes back, and it's like, I drove CM Punk out of this company.
Yeah, like, awesome. I actually think it might be the best thing to happen to him, because his character hasn't fully formed yet, and I think it'd be really good if he came back, like, jacked, and just, like, pissed.
Jack
he could
Perry.
be the guy who's mad at the corporate people, but also like, I read your guy CM Punk, and I bled all over Huck's face.
Yeah.
And I do it again too.
And I use real glass. Cry about it. Don't use real glass, kids. Don't use real glass.
Just don't do it.
But I want him to say, I want Jack Perry to say that he uses real glass, but then never use real glass again. Because he already did it once. He did it once, so I think it's fine.
I still can't believe they let that happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that happen, but
I still...
You know, Phil was right about it. He wasn't wrong about everything. Same as...
That's the thing! I actually, like, at first I was like, well, he's not wrong. Like, that's fucked. But then when I heard about the order of operations on that fight, I was like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, in case I'm a really nice guy, and if anybody has a problem with me, just come talk to me next time. Okay? Hands. Hands. I mean, hey, Phil, me and the other EVPs are here. We brought the Christopher Daniels, the head of Tower Relations, and the head of HR, if that's okay. Alright, cool. Hands. Hands.
Here's the thing. Let's get into the pay-per-view, because then instead what we got was pretty lit.
Yeah. You're right, KRL. Let's fucking do it. So... All Out 2023. Katie, remember when I buried this show last week?
I agreed with you.
You did? Sorry.
I agreed with you.
Remember when we buried this show last week?
And then I was like watching it, and I'm like, once again, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm the stupidest boy in school.
What had happened was, we buried the show, and then AEW said, "Hey, Katie and Lawson, go fuck yourself. We're gonna put on one of the best shows of the goddamn year."
Go fuck yourself. I can't believe how good this was.
It was really fucking good. Was it better than Wembley, Katie? Yeah, I have to think about it. Yeah.
I think for entertainment value, it kind of was. Like, don't get me wrong, Wembley was really good. I'm not burying Wembley right now.
No, that's why. Wembley was great. That's the thing.
But
I'd have to think about it.
I gotta say, like, I mean, we'll talk about it, but I got straight up emotional during this paper.
You know what? Fuck it, Katie. Since we're being spicy today, and because I almost fell asleep and missed this show, we have takes, Katie. You want a hot take? I got a fucking hot take.
Let's go! Drop it!
Let's start with the main event. This main event right here, Jon Moxley versus Orange fucking Cassidy. Let me tell you what.
Say it.
This was better than the Wembley main event. And a better story. It was a better story. Because it was all physical. It was all physical.
Don't get me wrong. I came in defense of Adam Cole, MJF.
Which I did like.
And I
did like it.
Stand by it.
Yeah, I did like it.
But this match...
This was better, though.
I almost cried.
This was... When I talk about pro wrestling style storytelling, this is what I mean, bro. It gets in the veins.
Had no right to be as good as it was, but when the Revenge Collision episode happened, they're like, not only is this gonna be the best pay-per-view, you're gonna be upset. Because it's worth saying, so what happened is Punk got fired, and then that day, they had to do Collision, which was the show created specifically for CM Punk. And everyone was so angry and feeling like, you know that... Okay, do you know the phrase Schadenfreude? And I'm not just talking about the wrestling stable with my boyfriend in it.
Wait, which one? Hold on. Oh, Chris Brooks, right?
Chris Brooks.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's my number one boyfriend.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear. If we're
yeah.
ranking wrestling boyfriends, like, I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I will settle for most, but Chris Brooks is always my number one.
Word.
Schadenfreude is the emotion you feel, joy for someone else's failure.
I love that.
And wrestlers love that. And I gotta say, everyone was operating at 110%. Moxley cut a promo for this match if you for some reason on the fence after Orange Cassidy's the week before, there's no way you could not be on board, because he didn't just put him over, he made you believe he was a credible threat.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing.
Yes.
Eddie Kingston and Shibata did like, every promo on that show was so out of pocket. Yeah. I just was like, what is...
Collision had like a half dozen promos, and like 3 of them were amazing, and the other 3 were like great, I would say.
Right! Because once again, everyone was like, fuck CM Punk, we're taking his show. Second of all, everyone was like, fuck CM Punk, we're gonna make this pay-per-view the littest thing on earth, and everyone got their theater kid energy on and just brought it. Claudio beating the shit out of Yuta, like, while they're doing their promo, did something to my brain where I'm like, wrestling is good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
It was... Then he beat the shit out of Yuta, and then cut to Eddie, who's like, Wheeler, you're letting Claudio... Whatever. Like, he's just like, he can't. And he just simply can't.
He can't help it.
So
anyway, that's the lead up to this. And then, we get this match that put me through the ringer.
I mean...
I already told you I don't like seeing Orange Cassidy bleed everywhere. I think... I thought that was hard way, because it was on the side of his head. It was not on his forehead.
Oh, I didn't notice. You know what?
Did they do that on purpose, though?
Did they do that on purpose, though? Because they definitely wanted to blade him in this match. Or bleed him, I should say. But
I'm not dumb enough to say that blood wasn't intentional, but there was so much where it was happening was upsetting. They were doing crazy spots, which the secret about Orange Cassidy is he's a fucking lucha-style wrestler. even though he's Orange Cassidy. So going against Mox, that's like a weird mix to begin with. But I don't know, they made it work.
They did.
I got worked over this way to last week. I was like, I got so upset.
Yeah.
But he lost the belt, and the whole crowd was cheering for him, and I'm just like, oh, storytelling.
Yeah, it was a beautiful story. One of the most beautiful stories I've seen in wrestling this year. Orange Cassidy's performance was incredible. His selling, him dying to Moxley killing him and him dying. I was like living and dying with every kick out, every comeback, every move he threw, every orange punch he threw.
Was both his honor and his cross to bear. Is he free now, or is he worse off than ever?
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
And having like Moxley with his crew and his entrance, and then having like the best friends with Chris Statlander, like flanking Orange Cassidy for his entrance.
That was like an all Japan entrance.
It was.
That was crazy.
They made this match. This was like the real main event. They had like the dim lights when the announcer announced them, their height and weight and all that. It was like real shit. And Moxley was just, I mean, he's peak Moxley. He's just being the fuck out of Orange Cassidy. Just like the perfect character to destroy Orange Cassidy like this.
Like, I know, like, we're like, Adam Page should be the face of this company, but Mox is the MVP in terms of like, he has fully committed to every single angle he's been put in, even ones that like abruptly ended, and he is like 100 all the time. Like, you may not like how he wrestles or even him as a personality, but you can't deny this man is not phoning it in.
No, he does
when
not.
Other people in his school may have at this point,
he's always
pulled a Kenta.
I mean, you might think Moxley's a tryhard, but the man is always trying hard. He's working his ass off. Like, he's...
Man, now that CM Punk got fired, do you think Kenta's gonna start trying again?
I don't know. Did you send me the tweet?
Yes,
did you send me that? Okay. I couldn't remember. It was like, someone sent me. That was you. Okay. Kenta said my go to sleep is back. Bro, if Kenta all of a sudden becomes good again, this will be worth it. I don't know. I think fucking fine will be worth it. Because that'll be like magic. I don't think it's possible. I think his body is fucked up. But
a girl can dream.
We can all dream.
I'm always fantasy booking. Anyway, like I said, I mean, this match really was it, man. Like,
it was beautiful.
I couldn't believe how good this match was.
Yeah. It was a perfect pro wrestling storytelling. It's just...
I'm a woman who's not in therapy. And I need to work some stuff out emotionally. And I did that.
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, his JanSport is empty now.
It's empty. It was getting heavier every day, Katie. And when he fought Moxley, it was the heaviest it ever been. And yeah, I mean, the shot of Moxley taking the title, and then Orange Cassidy bloodied in the middle of the ring as the crowd cheers him on.
Laying there.
Yeah. I mean, this show ended and I was like, is Orange Cassidy going to be the AEW Heavyweight Champion? I was like, I never thought it was possible before now, but like, is he? Why not? I'm like, at this point, I'm like, why not? Why not? Why not try it?
We already talked about this man's been having the run of a lifetime.
Yeah, he's the main character of this year.
But it's like, once he spoke, which I thought, say what you will about AEW, but the restraint that they took on finally pulling the trigger on that was so well timed.
Yes. That
I'm like, I'm here for it, baby. Let's go. Make best friends suddenly the most terrifying faction. Stratlander's back. Yeah. Give her stone cold run. Trent almost murdered Mox with a fucking tray because he's been getting literally butchered.
Yeah.
Like for a month and a half.
Trent's been butchered for like 2 straight months in this feud. Yeah.
All we gotta do is get Chucky like mad about some Legos.
Yeah,
or something.
Bring the Legos back.
Good.
Yeah, I'll bring the Legos back out. Yeah. Yeah, Orange Cassidy. This was the battle of the AEW Forever MVP Moxley against the 2023 AEW MVP Orange Cassidy, who was, I think, established himself as the main character after his promo on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this run established that you know what, Orange Cassidy could be the main eventer. He could be the AEW champion. And
I mean,
and you know what? The next time he challenges that title, I'm not going to be like, well, he's obviously not going to win. I'm not going to think that. I'm like, he can fucking win.
I know.
He
I
could
don't
be
feel
the
that.
guy.
Yeah.
He could be
Honestly,
the guy.
we're rooting.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you.
And keep remember this match, because Orange Cassidy's going to fight Jon Moxley again. It might not be within the next 3 months or 6 months, but they're doing this again. Orange Cassidy will slay this white whale, Jon Moxley, at some point. So, yeah, I love this match. I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful main event. Before that, we had the 8-man tag, Bullet Club Gold, the Guns, Jay White and Juice Robinson, defeated the Young Bucks and FTR, when, Jay hit a Blade Runner on Cash, and then Juice got the pin, or something like that. Yeah.
It makes sense because it keeps the feud between the Bucks and FTR going.
Yeah.
And also, I love Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah, they're great.
I think they're so
fantastic.
good.
Collision's their show now. It's their show.
Yes.
It's their show.
Truly. And
Yeah.
you know what? That's what it should be.
Them and Samoa Joe.
They should be like one of the main villains of
Yeah.
Collision.
Yeah.
And it works because they're such scamps.
Yeah. You know what? Let's Jay White it's time for main event Jay White, baby. Let's get him going. Let's rev those engines.
100%.
Rev
It's
those engines,
time.
baby. Let's go.
You see this man? Let's go.
Yeah.
And him and the fucking Manana monster and
Honeycomb
Guns.
monster. You
He
can't
looks
think
like
of what to say.
Honeycomb monsters, but he also looks like the Manana Muppet.
Oh,
Like,
fuck,
boop,
yeah. Yeah,
When
yeah.
he comes out with those glasses.
Uh-huh.
It just is so good.
Yeah.
The Gunn brothers have never made more sense on this program. I think
They're
they
great.
finally found their spot.
Their spot,
you
yeah.
know?
Colton, I was very hard on Colton Gunn when they won the titles, because at the time they won the titles, I said the Guns were the weakest champions AEW has had. I stand by that. I think at that time they were. Now there's Soraya.
I agree.
So kill
You know.
me. But
I agree, but this works, and yeah, I agree. Main event. Jay
Colton's
White,
improved
all the
though.
way.
Just so you know, I don't dig my heels in the mud. Colton looks good now. I've always said Austin was good. Austin's really good. And yeah, this is a good match. The Guns are gonna have a lot of great tag matches with the Bucks and FTR, like in their careers.
Yeah.
I can already see it. So, Jay White's a megastar. Unleash him. Take the chains off now that Punk is gone.
Free him.
Free him from his chains. Singles match. Konosuke Takeshita with Don Callis defeats Kenny Omega by pinfall. Clean. 30 minutes, 30 seconds. KRL. Talk to me. How was this fucking match?
I was so psyched on this.
Kenny came out with the DDT pants. I immediately text Katie.
DDT pants.
I immediately text Katie, DDT Kenny. Katie texts back, I screamed.
I did scream.
Yeah.
I saw those green pants, and I'm like, ooh, he's going for it.
Yeah.
Which is such good storytelling.
Yeah.
I do still love that Don Callis' theme music is "I Am the Devil," and it's not music; it's a menacing
Sound.
or single note, like on a Moog Taurus.
Yeah.
It's like a cut scene from a Italian horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I chug sody too, so like, I'm like, you're sleepy, I'm sleepy, we're all sleepy.
Yeah.
This was so cool to watch them
This
fight
was so
one-on-one.
great. I loved it. I had high expectations for this match, and they were met because this ruled. This was excellent. Did you?
We
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go.
Did you expect Takeshita to win basically clean because Omega thwarted all of the screwdriver attempts by Mr. Don Callis Penis Head.
Yeah. Does look like a phallus. Yeah, no, I didn't, but I'm glad they did because it just shows what a formidable threat he is.
Love it,
I do like how it's kind of like, is it clean? Because they did that whole bit where Don Callis is showing x-rays of Kenny Omega and like, you need to hit this spot and this spot.
Yeah.
But,
they really, yeah. Yeah, the research.
I love Takeshita, man. He's
great.
So good.
He's so good.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's so handsome and tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thick. You know, young Takeshita was a very skinny boy. A very, very skinny boy. But man, did he fill out. He's really filled out nicely.
Listen, if you've been following a chart of the men that I'm usually saying are handsome, like, 9 times out of 10, they're usually, like, filled out boys. They're not necessarily cut, but I'm just like, you know.
Yeah. The Shingos of the world.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. This reminds me of when, like, in my Discord, there was that discussion of who was better looking, Takeshita or Shota Umino, and I was like, why are we even talking about this? No offense, Shooter.
No, that's
You're still a boy, Shooter.
Shooter.
You're still a boy.
Yeah, like literally still looks like a teenager.
Yeah,
you know?
no offense, bro.
Yeah.
But Takeshita with those I don't skip leg day thighs, with those power drive knees. He drove 1 into Kenny's face. Kenny kicked out. He drove 2 into Kenny's face. Kenny kicked out. Then he pulls down the knee pad, which was, you know, if you're thirsty for knees, well, I hope you had water. So and I swear to God, I was like, well, Kenny's going to catch this one. And he didn't. He drove that third knee right between Kenny's eyes and pinned him. And I was shocked. I was shocked that that's how he won. And I think the crowd was too. I don't think they expected that, which I think is a good thing.
I will say, when I thought this pay-per-view would zig, it zagged. And once again, I would like to come back that I don't know anything, and I'm dumb. Like, that's...
Look, I love being worked. Working, I'm not a fan of wrestling because I don't like to be worked.
I'm right about people, not about wrestling. So that's why I can be right about CM Punk being a dick, but not about his matches.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, we love this. Thumbs up. And this feud must continue. Kenny Omega on a bit of a losing streak. Maybe he needs to go get some comfort from his golden lover. An idea that I had was, I think would be a fun match, would be the Golden Lovers against Better Than You, Baby. Can you imagine the levels
that would be good
of complex relationships there? Because
there's a lot of complex male relationships there.
Kenny Omega and Adam Cole have never they never resolved when Cole turned on them.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah.
And that would also be good because the underlining homoeroticism of it all.
Yes.
Because everyone knows about Kenny and Ibushi's thing, but then them fighting
the parallel of
of them would then add an implication to MJF Adam Cole that there might not be already. Although with the Roddy of it all, how could you not?
How could you not?
His social media has been so funny, by the way. He's just
Roddy's?
posting pictures. Yeah, he's just posting pictures of himself in the neck brace looking pissed.
Bro, they put Roddy, but they put for the card Roddy versus Trent, and he still has a neck brace on in the card for the match tonight.
I love it. I love it.
Amazing.
I hope he sells it for years.
Yeah. By the way, Samoa Joe did that to him, by the way. Samoa Joe's the one that put him in that, so...
Yep.
Joe forever goated.
R.I.P.
Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta defeat the New Japan Strong Champion and the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Kenny Kingston Katsuyori Shibata, after Claudio blitzes Eddie with a European uppercut and pins him. Once again, Claudio gets one up on Eddie Kingston. Eddie can just never catch that fucking Roadrunner. Damn you, Claudio, and your skill... And you're
truly. The thing is, like, Claudio is like, he's like the perfect man.
He really is.
He's like good at everything.
Yeah.
He's like 100 feet tall.
He's a superhuman.
And made out of solid muscle.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, how can you compete? How
can
can anyone compete?
He can literally do anything physically, I feel like. Yeah, Claudio has the most, like, usable, like body functionality, I feel like, of any wrestler. Like, I feel like his strength, his speed, his striking ability, he can pretty much, he basically just can do whatever he wants. And, going up against Eddie, who's like, you know, all heart.
He's got a lot of heart.
He doesn't have an amazing physique. He doesn't have amazing technical acumen.
He's got the burning spirit.
He chops really hard, and he's got a lot of hatred for Claudio, is what he has.
And he has that psycho energy where it's like you can basically kill him and he won't stop fighting you.
Yes.
And that in its own is a needed skill set for this profession.
Yeah. He came out with the Claudio Sucks Egg shirt with Terry Funk. Shout out there.
Well, because Terry Funk was like his guy too.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Terry Funk,
so.
Yeah, Terry Funk had the it was Flair Sucks Eggs? It was Flair, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, Flair Sucks Eggs. Orange shirt. So Eddie was repping that. Shibata was here, and then I was like, oh yeah, Shibata. Remember him? Remember Shibata? He basically works for Ring of Honor now. I think he's not really even in the New Japan Dojo anymore, so...
I appreciate it. It's basically like, we love Shibata, we have given Shibata a job, and I still get emotional when his music comes on.
Same.
So, you know what? It's fine. Like,
he
it
has,
works
like,
for
weird romantic music for a guy who's as violent as he was.
They're saying, I was trying to explain to someone, I'm like, it's like weird, like, this is the music that plays in a rom-com where the girl shows up in the soaking rain and is like, I know you're getting married tomorrow, but you're the ROH Pair Championship, and I couldn't let you go. That's like Shibata.
Yeah, it's like this is like a good this is like good take your girl on a gondola song. Play this one here. Well, there's a guy with an oar rowing you across a narrow river.
Is that your move, Lawson?
I've never been on a gondola, but I could dream. If I ever take a chick on a gondola, I'm definitely going to queue up Shibata's theme song. Oarsman, play whatever it's called.
Oh my god.
Shibata entrance
give
theme.
her like a mixtape and it's just Shibata's theme 10 times.
Hey, I mean, she won't know. I mean, unless she does know, in which case, even better.
Yeah.
Then she's a keeper. So this was dope.
Yeah, it was great.
It was dope.
Like I said, this pay-per-view had no business being this good, and it totally was two middle fingers to me and Lawson last week, being like, I was like, I'm not gonna even watch this shit.
I might not even buy this one, Tony. Well, you showed me. You sure showed me.
You showed me.
Speaking of showing me, on Collision, they were like, oh yeah, we fired CM Punk. And you know what, motherfuckers? Here's Bryan fucking Danielson. That's right. Bryan Danielson in a strap match. Yes, he's only got one arm, but you're gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch it. He's so good that, like, it still worked. And I gotta say something. I don't think you're gonna fight me on this, but, do you think it's safe to say that strap matches are the horniest matches in wrestling?
I'm not gonna fight you on this, Katie.
They're the horniest, most sexually charged matches in wrestling. Oh. And, I mean, the most famous one for me, speaking of Roddy, is Roderick Strong versus Dexter Lumis in NXT.
Oh,
Dexter Lumis was his NXT wrestler, which is my favorite thing, which is when people are so straight that they don't realize when they're being overtly homosexual. Because his whole thing is like, oh, I'm an unhinged, cold-hearted killer. Because, like, Dexter, as in, like, Dexter, the TV show, and Loomis, as in Dr. Loomis from Halloween. But what he looked like was a Tom of Finland drawing. And I'm not being facetious. leather pants, leather gloves, mustache, little Hitler Youth haircut. Tell me what that is. That is a leather daddy. And it was just him beating Roddy with a belt and me being like, I jerk off to this on the weekends. Like, what is this? But anyway, so it's Danielson and Ricky Starks, which I gotta say that promo Ricky Starks did on Collision really got me too, because he's like, what do I gotta do to get a match?
Yeah.
Everyone keeps disappearing on me. And he was like, looked like he was gonna cry, which once again is probably me being worked, because when Anthony Bowens was crying about
Billy
daddy
Gunn.
ass, I really fell for that too. Even though I know that Anthony Bowens is training to be an actor, and I still fell for it. So you know what, Anthony, you're gonna have a great career.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Bowens. Big ups. Yeah, I believed Ricky Starks' emotion on Collision, where he said, I'm tired of starting over. I'm tired of winning these feuds, and then, I gotta start over again, and my pushes keep getting rewound and redone. That's basically what he's saying. That's the subtext.
Yeah.
So we
got this lit match.
Yes, Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks in a strap match.
I like Danielson's ponytail. I just want to come out and say it.
I do too.
I liked it.
I do too.
I like the ponytail.
I think it's cool. I like it.
I thought it worked.
No one else works a ponytail. I think you could just keep it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it, Brian.
I liked his ponytail, and Danielson is such an astounding athletic talent that he did this amazing match with one arm, and it didn't occur to me until like a third of the way through.
Yes. I was texting Benel early, before the show, and I was like, yeah, so they added Danielson versus Starks in a strap match, and Benel's like, he still only has one arm, right? I'm like, yes. This is a bold choice, Tony.
And once again, I think because Tony saw the writing on the wall, and to keep advertisers and investors, he knew what he had to do. And it was call him up, and because he respects the company, he's like, hell yeah. And also, Tony's like, also, can we get Dennis Rodman here for some reason?
Dennis Rodman? What a bizarre choice. But,
it's still wrestling.
We do what we do. We do what we do here.
Still wrestling.
It is still
For
wrestling.
every Danielson Ricky Starks strap match, we're gonna get a Texas Chainsaw Dennis Rodman's here for some reason. That's just how it works.
That's what
wrestling.
it is, yeah. Kate, I was watching this strap match. But first of all, I just want to say I thought it was actually the best thing on the show. Even better than the main and the Omega match. It's one of my favorite matches of the year. And I thought Bryan's performance was one of the best wrestling performances I'd ever seen. And I think he's the greatest of all time. Because
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, me and my partner were sitting on the couch just like total nerds. Just like, he's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest talent.
Yeah.
He's the greatest thing.
Since
the fucking, it's like when you get to Mount Everest, the greatest wrestlers of all time, he's right up on there with the fucking hearts and whatever. We're like losing our minds.
And Ricky Starks was also great in the match. I don't want to gloss over him.
I'm sparing Ricky.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Danielson
undeniable
was so
how good
he was. His selling and his the timing of all of his comebacks were so perfect. It's like Starks would beat him up for the perfect amount of time before he came back, and his comebacks were just so good. He's doing these amazing comebacks. Yes, the pacing
was so good.
It was so good. There wasn't ever a dull moment, and they kept using the strap in ways that were engaging and dynamic. And I couldn't say it. I don't know. This match was fucking amazing. This is going to be my top 10 of the year. This match for sure, because
I respect that.
Yeah,
it was like, once again, I was like, I'm watching this, and I'm like, how is this the greatest show right now?
Yeah.
I'm like, this might just be the most lit shit. It was at this point where I was standing up, you know, and just being like, pointing at the screen. I'm just there with my tiny boyfriend, like, do you see what I'm watching? He's like, I do. I'm in the room with you.
It's honestly, it's an amazing thing when when I feel like I'm watching one of the best performances I've ever seen. Like watching Brett Danielson in this match, I was like, this is next level shit.
Like I said, I wasn't gonna watch this.
Yeah, we buried the show. I was like, I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm not paying for the Tony Khan.
Like, I'm gonna watch it on a bootleg site while I work like 2 days later. And then it's like, oh. Yeah.
And then Danielson is out here.
Literally, the only reason I watched it is because I came over my partner's house to like eat their food, and I'm like, and they had already bought it, and I was like, well, I guess I'll sit around and watch some, but I'm going home.
That's so much.
I stayed there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even trying to be there.
I actually, part of the reason, Orange Cassidy talked me to the building, to be honest. But the other reason I also bought it was my one friend who missed Wembley said that she could watch this one, and so I felt bad. I want her to see she also likes Takeshita, so I wanted her to see that, and also the MJF Cole stuff, because she missed the Wembley show. So I was like, okay, I'll buy this one so we can all watch that stuff. But I was dragging my feet. I was like, all right, whatever. $50, whatever. Fuck you, Tony, or whatever. But this match was going on, and I'm like, this is the greatest match I've seen. Good. Since Omega Ospreay, but still, like, it's one of the greatest matches I've ever fucking seen. And Danielson chokes out Ricky Starks. He passes out. It doesn't tap out. It's a beautiful visual.
It's
just
good.
And Danielson wrestles the whole match without using his dominant arm. Just kicks the strap and
crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And he's throwing these running. My friend, I was like telling my friend, I'm like, bro, watch him. He's not doing anything with his fucking right arm. And Danielson's throwing these running drop kicks in the corner he's running full speed into the corner, throwing these drop kicks. And my friend's like, how is he doing this? I'm like, he's the best.
Know.
The answer is that he is the greatest of all time. That's how he's doing this.
Yeah, it's just actually he is the greatest wrestler.
He had a 5-star match with one fucking arm, and goddamn, this was incredible. If you can't tell, the show was amazing. This was like one of the best shows.
It was fucking lit.
I think I've decided this was better than Wembley. I think I've decided. Now that I'm talking about it, I think it was better than Wembley.
Wembley was special.
Wembley was really consistently good too.
And I'm not taking that away.
Yeah.
But this was lit.
This was lit.
I was hooting and hollering in ways that I fully. And part of it is because my expectations were so low for this.
Agreed.
So that is playing into it. I will, Agreed. But damn.
I'm gonna have to compare this to Forbidden Door and Revolution to see if it's maybe my favorite show of the year, even because, it was good. Because it's not like we're out of good matches. Miro defeats Powerhouse Hobbs by submission. How good was this match, Katie? What the fuck? This match was so good.
I do love that the crowd started doing big, meaty...
Yeah, slap
big,
that
meaty
meat.
Boys.
Yeah.
Slap that meat.
Slap that meat.
In honor of disappeared legend Big E. Yeah. And when I was seeing that, I'm like, they should hire him as a manager, and that he only hires big boys.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that. This had no right being good. It has had zero build-up. Miro literally has not been around for a year.
Yeah.
Hobbs is a Streets of Rage character.
Yes.
And they went at it. And at the end, my long imprisoned queen,
she's back.
Lana, I don't know what she's going by these days.
The Ravishing. She's not actually Russian.
She used to have a fake Russian accent for 2 seconds when they were pretending that Rusev was from Russia, which is such a WWE thing. They're like, you're not Bulgarian, you're Russian.
Yeah, no one knows what Bulgaria is.
I don't know why she wasn't wearing shoes.
I don't
know what she was wearing.
Tarantino fans out there? I don't know.
But I love that she ran out and that she was rejected.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because Rusev, I'm sorry, he's not. Miro is still having his mental break,
Yeah.
I guess, where he thinks he's God.
I had to, like, I said this to my friends, and I was really saying it out loud to myself. I was reminding myself, oh yeah, he's mentally ill. I forgot that was, like, part of his character. It's like, yeah, he's, like, mentally ill. I forgot about that. I forget.
His thing is,
yeah, I just think he's so
literally
cool. But,
he's having a psychotic break.
He had a psychotic break. Yeah, he's had a break, yeah.
Joking, that's the character.
No, that's what happened. Well, I guess he was always psychotic, but, like, when he was the TNT champion, he's like, I'm the champion, and my God loves me, and my wife loves me, and I fuck my wife, and my God watches in the closet dressed as Superman, and then he lost the title, and he's like, I can't fuck my wife anymore, and my God left me, and my wife rejects me now, and I've had a psychotic break. But I think he was always kind of nuts, because that's weird to begin with. But, so yeah, now he's like, he doesn't think he deserves his wife? I don't know what he's at. The thing is, I'm intrigued. I'm like, what's going on here?
He was saying you're not real.
That is what he said. He said you're not real, which I don't know how to take that. Like, what does that mean?
I mean, I've watched a lot of anime, bro. So, like,
well,
maybe she's not real.
I'd consider
maybe
that.
they're implying that Miro thinks his time in WWE was like a weird, like, Matrix hallucination. And so he never met her. And now she's here. Maybe she's been locked in a closet or something. Because once again, I cannot express enough that she came out with no shoes and an oversized sequin blazer with what was clearly her underwear. So I'm like...
She came out like she was gonna do a striptease for her husband.
She came out like she was gonna do a striptease, or she was running from Leatherface.
Like, okay, that's fair. That's fair,
which
Katie.
one it was.
Yeah, it's either...
Anyway, that fight itself was good, but I'm sorry, this is more what I'm concerned about.
No, absolutely. It's very concerning.
She famously was trapped by WWE.
Wow,
they wouldn't let her leave in a
horrifying
way that seemed mean.
It was mean. It was mean-spirited. Because not only would they not let her leave, but they put her through a table for like 25 straight weeks or something crazy like that. And they had Nia Jax, who was known to be an unsafe worker, put her through a table for 25 straight weeks. Which is like, that's like malpractice. Like, there's no malpractice in this fucking business, but like that's what it was. They were being mean.
Yeah.
They're being assholes.
Mean.
Like, hey, we're gonna have Nia Jax put you through a table for 20 weeks straight. It was real spiteful dickhead shit that WWE likes to do. But yeah, no, this match was great. The best Hobbs match ever, actually, I think. It was like, I mean, these guys, it was like a Shingo match. That's what this was like.
It was like a Shingo match.
Yeah, like both these guys were Shingo. Miro wins, Hobbs fakes the handshake and then attacks him. This feud must continue, probably.
Let's go.
Then we had Luchasaurus with Christian Cage defeats Darby Allin with Nick Wayne. I was shocked at this finish. Luchasaurus just killed him. He killed him.
Yeah,
and
he ended their lives.
Usually Darby gets killed, but then he wins sometimes. And I thought he was going to win here, but no. He got killed and then died and stayed dead.
You gonna tell me that a skateboarder can fight an actual dinosaur, bro? Not on my watch.
Yeah. Luchasaurus' finishing combo was so savage. Tombstoned him, threw his face into the turnbuckle, and then clotheslined him in the back of the head. And Darby was...
And then he died.
Finito.
They both are dead now.
Tonight we're getting Darby versus Nick Wayne in a tournament match, Katie Rose. And I am very excited about that. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where it goes.
But yeah, Luchasaurus is still the champion. Long may he reign. Then we had the shortest match of the show, 6.5 minutes. Samoa Joe defeats Shane Taylor. You know, it was fine. Listen.
It was fine.
Shane Taylor, they didn't tell you who he was.
It was so weird. I was like, who is...
My criticisms from the week before still hold up. This match was not well promoted. They were like, hey, Samoa Joe's on the card. Against who? You're going to watch. So, that's what it felt like. You're going to watch.
Yeah, I was like, you're already there. You don't care.
Yeah. More important than the 6.5 minute match was Samoa Joe on his way to the ring shoves the world champion MJF walking up the ramp. And they get into a pull-apart brawl before the match. So, that's our next program? Question mark.
Are they...
Yes, Katie?
Are they gonna try and reenact the Punk breakdown, but with MJF on TV as like a fictionalized version of the truth?
60-40.
No, they're not gonna do it. I'm just being shitty.
Yeah. So for those of you who may not know, so I think it was an NXT event in Brooklyn. This was one of those takeovers. MJF played a security guard for Samoa Joe on his way to the ring.
Right, I forgot about this.
Yeah, and so this is like a wink, wink, nod, nod callback, because I think Joe like shoved him also, and MJF was an extra, just trying to break his way into the business back then, and Joe was on his way into Brooklyn. I think he shoves him or whatever, because MJF's an extra back then. He's not MJF, so that's kind of what they're calling back to, and I think they're going to reference it probably in the feud. So.
That's really
should have some really good promos. This feud.
They're getting really cocky because they used to never acknowledge WWE except for that one time Cody beat up the Triple H chair and then left for WWE.
He did do that. Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It's what it is. Then we had the opener, Better Than You Bebe versus Alex Reynolds and John Silver. They defeated them in 14 minutes and 5 seconds. MJF had to get taken out because he got his neck had a boo-boo, and so he had to get taken to the back. And then he came back, and they won, and it was a good match. It was good stuff. Yeah. Solid opener, yeah.
Good for John Silver getting on TV.
Yeah, we love Johnny Hungy here. Yeah, Battle of Long Island continues, and Better Than You Bebe continues to be the most overact in wrestling, and yeah, so that's really cool. And tonight's Dynamite. By tonight, I mean in like 15 minutes, Katie. So, my bad. But that's
okay. You took a nap.
I took a nap by accident. An accident. Yeah, that's all out. Anything else big we got to talk about, KRL, in the world of wrestling? Any other thoughts, generally?
There's so much of it.
I mean, that's kind of true.
There's like so much wrestling.
Stardom Grand Prix still going on. You guys remember when I told Kate I'd watch it? Well, forget that I said that, because I haven't. I haven't had the time to watch it. There's been too much other stuff.
That Bull Nakano is putting together her own wrestling promotion, and then of women's wrestlers, and the first one is here in 2 weeks?
Yeah, you told me. And that's exciting. Cool.
It's
awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Japanese women's indie wrestlers, Ram, is doing like when wrestlers do a different persona, but it's like kind of the same person.
Yeah.
She's going as Atomic Banshee in her stable in this, but like I'm excited.
Cool.
It sold out immediately, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to go, but here's hoping.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super lit. That's this month?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I want to go too.
I know. It's on, the tickets are on Dice, so I went on the waiting list for 2 tickets, so like hopefully it works out. And then I made a bunch of my friends do the same, so like maybe it'll work out.
We'll see. Well, that's very exciting. So that's really cool. Special treat for us here. And yeah, we so by the way, folks, we have a new Patreon.
What?
I know. I kind of just made one out of the blue, and now it's a thing. But there's content on there, baby, and there's content scheduled.
I gotta say, it's you gotta see it. Lawson is an artist, and he is an archivist of the highest form.
That's really what it is. It really is an archive. Is really the way to look at it. It's I've made too many wrestling MVs. Katie did say AMVs. You do just call them AMVs naturally. Like, it just feels like the right thing to say, even if they're not anime.
I'm sorry. They're spiritually AMVs.
They are.
Like, I don't know what you call it when it's wrestling. I know, like,
MVs.
Because I know the most popular one is Puro Wave. I love their stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
But I guess I should DM them and be like, what is it you do?
Yeah, I call them. I usually call them highlights, but like
Okay.
you know, that's what it doesn't really. The point is, if you want to see going up this month are the 15 best matches from G1 33, which is this year. One of them at least is already up there, but by the time you're watching this, there's like 4 of them up there probably. So go check it out. I'm uploading them like once every day. So yeah, check that out. And also there'll be more bonus content coming down the pipe.
Yeah, we'll figure out cool stuff to do, but yeah. Happy Wrestling, patreon.com/Happy Wrestling.
Yeah.
Was it $5 a month?
$5 a month, baby.
Get on down.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Support the show. Get some free wrestling MVs. Well,
as we've covered
included.
on Ballin' Out Super, cheeseburgers are so expensive, and I would like to have one.
I can't afford a cheeseburger in this goddamn town.
R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett. I would like a
and you get a cheeseburger, and we get a cheeseburger. Well, I think we've done it here, KRL.
Yes.
And
we gotta go watch Dynamite.
We gotta go watch
right
Dynamite
now.
right now. Yeah, we are sayonara, and until next time, everybody, happy wrestling!
Happy wrestling!
Myself another bowl, perps in it, first hit, I'm ready to rock and roll. Pipe kick, but now it's ready to lock and load. Keep the mic lit, I'm getting into cypher mode. Sky's the limit where your sky is low. Turn your speakers up, I'm reaching for the cosmos. Stay sleeping, I'ma hit you with your eyes closed till they dilate. Now you wide awake. I lie in wait and stake out my opportunities. I might be new to rap, but this rap ain't new to me. Yo, word is bond, I'll be on till the dawn and beyond. From the cradle to the grave, no, they saving me a toke. I know you smoke till I'm gone, yeah. And from the east to the west, know you smoke till I'm gone, yeah. Till I'm gone, till I'm gone. From the north to the south, know you smoke till I'm gone, yeah. Till I'm gone, till I'm gone. If you know what I'm about, I know you smoke till I'm gone, yeah. Now learning how to operate can send you to a higher place. So go ahead, take the lead, get to driving straight. See if I die today, heaven is a mile away. Though we'll only pray when I thank God it's Friday. I'm a creek that never runs dry. It'd be wise to watch your mouth, son, before you get your tongue blue. I'm twisting knots in the landscapes, yeah. And no, I won't dim it down like a lampshade. I'm saying paper the most, an hour later I'm ghost. And I don't care if your band's played. Now there ain't no grave that could hold my body down. I ride around my side of town, you bring a dub and I'll buy around. There's plenty of dust to kick up, plenty of us to settle. Never metaphor, because I heard the one was special. You're better off with the devil, now your kettle is black. So peep the first verse, you should know I ain't new to rap. Now who is that? It's Mr. Smoke till I'm gone, yeah. And from the east to the west, know you smoke till I'm gone, come on, till I'm gone, yeah. And from the north to the south, know you smoke till I'm gone, come on, till I'm gone, yeah. Till I'm gone. And if you know what I'm about, I know you smoke till I'm gone, till I'm gone. Now this is no hallucination or relation. I'm creating ability to communicate. A set with no location. That's time and space that confines what you place in the matrix. Cause outside we are dangerous. I'm taking off once my feet hit the pavement. I wake up every morning so I'm forming in our basement. Love it or hate it, either play or get played. It's either you place or replace. You sedate you and have you wasted. These serpents lay in the safe pit. It's safe to say once you make it, they'll be looking to take it. So face it, no stage is safe yet. I'm so close to the light I can taste it. It's like I was once an angel, but my memory erased it. Clientele still wish to remain nameless, still changing the game. The game watches me change it, a shape shift. Daydreaming during my day shift, cause they don't know I might blow. I don't really say shit like, yo, you know I smoke till I'm gone, right? And from the east to the west, know you smoke till I'm gone, yeah. Till I'm gone, till I'm gone. From the north to the south, know you smoke till I'm gone, till I'm